Hello, everyone, and welcome to what feels like has taken forever to record this episode of the Small Brain Podcast. My name is Joseph Murphy, your host, and your co-host with me today is
Hello everyone, it's me, Jake.
lovely, but we've also got another guest on the show, bloody Ethan Barrett.
Oh, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen?
Bloody hell, here he is.
Lovely to
We've
be
had an
here, lovely to
absolute-
be here.
We've had an absolute burden trying to put this together, but
Yeah, I can only
We-
take credit for all that burden.
we've actually got three guests. We've got Craig as well joining us on the
Craig,
podcast.
the audio bot. That's
Big
what
up,
we like to
Craig.
hear.
Big up,
Big up.
Craig.
Big up. Before we get into anything proper here, I just mandatory have to tell everyone listening to this that we are on, if you listen to YouTube, we're on Spotify, Anchor, not Apple Music, even though I've written it down. I don't think we're on Apple, but we're on Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public. I don't know half of these, but we're also on Google Podcast. Stuff in the description, everything. But yeah, boys, how have you been?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, not been too bad. Not been too bad. It's been a busy week this week, to be fair. It's been all over the place. I seem to have gone to the beach about 8 times this week, but yeah, mate, it's not been too bad. What about you, Ethan? How's your week been, mate?
Honestly, mate, it's been not too bad. You know, cheeky sesh in the week. Obviously, up to coronavirus standards. You know, social distancing, all the good stuff. You know, keeping it fresh and real. You know.
What about you, Joe? How you been getting on, boy?
Well, I've been good. Like Ethan, I've been, abiding by this whole, what Boris Johnson. You got to trust it. Recently, he said you can have them. Took advantage. I had the misses over. But yeah, bar that, it's been a slow week. I feel hot. I'm sunburning. But bar that, pretty good.
Decent,
But,
mate.
Thank you.
Decent.
So, yeah, what are you gonna say?
Nothing, mate. Nothing. I was waiting for you to go.
Okay, good. So, as we've got a guest, I do this a bit differently. So, me and Jake have got two cracking tiny topics, and then Ethan, I hope you got an absolute cracker because you're taking the main.
Oh, mate, main event. That's the spot. That's what we like to see.
A lot of pressure on you, but I think you can come through with this. But we'll start off. Jake, what is your tiny topic?
Right, boys. So this one's a bit random. It sort of is a bit of a relation to what's been going on in my life at the moment. If
Oh,
any animal could take over the world, what animal do you think it would be? Now, before we answer, I do want to say how this does relate to my topic. So, basically, throughout this week, I woke up in the morning on bloody Wednesday with about at least 200 flies in my room. I was like, what the bloody hell is happening here then? So I did a bit of investigating, killed all of them, did a bit of investigating. There was like 2 dead birds in my chimney in my room.
Lovely.
Like down the chimney pipe. And they had made like a little nest in there and they were coming through and attacking me in my sleep, which wasn't nice at all. So I now no longer are in my room, but it just made me think, if any animal could take over the world and scare a big group of people, what animal would you think it would be? Now, Ethan, I want to hear your thoughts first.
So, if any kind of animal could just completely take over the world, wipe out the human race, sort of deal,
Yeah, mate, just absolutely demolish everyone, what would it be?
I'm gonna go with one that's kind of fairly obvious, in a sort of way, because it's sort of a stereotypical kind of idea. I reckon spiders, mate.
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
I was thinking of that. I was thinking of that when I was thinking of my answer as well, mate.
Spiders?
Because I just feel like there's something about spiders when you look at them. It just kind of looks like I've looked, I've dabbled in it a little before because I'm a little bit paranoid because but they say that spiders don't retain that much information to like recognize people who've wronged them in the past. If you try and like whack it with a newspaper or something, like it won't remember you and come back for you in your sleep. They don't have that much brain capacity to pick that up. But you do just look at those like beady eyes and all them legs and stuff, and you think it is just plotting to kill me, isn't it? Really? Like, let's be honest.
I mean, to be fair, with spiders as well, the big population of people just do be scared of them. You know what I mean? So if they somehow
They do be scared
developed, like a neurolink or something to regain like brain power using Elon Musk as a form, I think they could take over the world.
Oh, definitely, mate. Skynet and all that.
Who's gonna rewire spiders? I don't think they're gonna do it to each other because they won't remember how to do it.
Spider-Man.
Doofenshmirtz. Shout out to my Phineas and Ferb fans.
Yeah, if anyone likes Phineas and Ferb,
mate. I mean, I do think spiders are definitely up there. I mean, when I was thinking about it, I was thinking dolphins.
True.
When you said it, I also thought
they're just.
Have you seen that Simpsons episode with the dolphins?
Yeah, mate. Even in like the Simpsons games where you have to fight them.
Yes.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And they're like ripping off people's heads. It's quite traumatic.
Yeah, it's really brutal. They used to scar.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, like if they learn how to come on land, you're done. I was thinking apes. Planet of the Apes.
Oh, true. Actually, I didn't think.
Because when you said, "Oh, this is obvious," even when you said spiders, but yeah, ape. They're very human-like. I've seen one hold a gun. Danger.
I do. I see where you come from, mate. I do see where you come from. Although, another animal that I considered was a squirrel. Now, hear me out. Squirrels. Everyone loves a squirrel. You see a squirrel, you want to go and give it a little cheeky hug because they're bloody little cute little animals. But if they learn to adapt the nuts that they feed on and carve swords out of their nuts and just started shanking people up in all areas, mate.
They don't need the teeth that they already have.
Oh, no, mate. Nah. They could just get...
I mean, I don't want to call you out or nothing, but is this a cheeky little Rick and Morty reference?
No.
Oh,
fuck. Has he done it again?
Because Rick and Morty, there is specifically an episode where Rick, it's the episode where they're looking back at all of Morty's memories, Morty's mind blowers, and there's this one where his memories erased because Rick made him this device where he could talk to animals and he could hear what they were saying. And he realizes that the squirrels are talking about dominating the entire world.
Mate, I know exactly what episode you're on about. I didn't even think of that. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, mate, I've heard your reputation for Rick and Morty references and a little bit of all that. So I kind of pulled that one out.
This is two topics based off of.
Mate,
so far.
I didn't even think of that. I can't even lie to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
mate, you've done me there.
Didn't they have a thing? I ain't seeing it. Spoilers for the new season, I guess, because I ain't seen it. But didn't they like to take over the world?
Like what? What things take over the world?
Snakes.
Yes. It's kind of also a reference to Back to the Future, isn't it? With like mecha snakes and Hitler and all that.
Yeah, I think it's
quite saucy.
Yeah, quite a reference to Back to the Future with Hitler, robot snake.
Yeah. Well, because no, there's a bit where like Like it's kind of where the snakes are in like a timeline of Back to the Future when they go there. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be chatting out of my ass, but
I
that's
thought
what
it
I
was
think to remember.
Terminator.
There
Thought it was more Terminator.
There was a bit of Terminator as well. Yeah.
Yeah, there's snakes with the sunglasses. They're shooting.
Too many references. Too many.
There's a lot. Yeah, too many. Yeah, I feel like bears. They're large. Could kill people. I'm still going back to the whole what's going to take over the
True.
a bear.
Bears are big uns. Big
Bears,
scaries.
what bears are we talking about, mate? Because if it was polar bears, they couldn't survive.
No, what about a polar bear but it's got camouflage? Like, like camo that you see on like an army truck. What about a polar bear but it has that?
I
But
guess
then-
that would give it some sort of adaptation, but it's quite big, isn't it?
That's why it's going to take over the world, because like, they're massive.
Yeah, but how could a polar bear get his hands on camo? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but how will a spider rewire its brain?
Elon Musk, we've discussed.
Oh, sorry.
Obviously, like, come on.
Unless
damn,
that's going in the wrong direction. Maybe small work better than big, like ant. Like a lot of ants.
Really tiny bears. You know, I can get with that.
Small bears.
I
Small
mean,
bear proper. Yeah.
They
I
just
dunno.
carve away at you. You know, like Indiana Jones, where like the little ants are like eating them up and like tearing
They
them
go
to
all in
pieces.
the mouth.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, but they're tiny bears, so they're even more dangerous.
Bloody hell, mate! I think you've cracked the code there.
I see what Joe is getting at, mate. That's some deadly shit right there. I think he's won this one. That's
If you
quite
combine
scary.
something, like, it's dangerous and incredibly small, but
Joe.
I think we
Yeah.
lost you there.
I think
Wait, what?
we've completely lost you, mate. You're getting a bit laggy over on your section.
Oh, you were too. I just didn't want to say anything.
I mean, quick break. Ethan, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fine. I can hear you fine, my friend. You've been clear.
I can
feel
hear
like this
you,
is-
Ethan. Clear.
Double teaming. I'd
Yeah,
appreciate
we're just shunning you out of this.
Because
Anyway.
Right, we'll go for it. We'll carry on going.
Anyway, as I was saying, if you take something small, right? No. If you take something big and scary, you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, we're with you.
Yeah.
Take something big and scary, like a bear, and you minimize and duplicate. That makes it more scary. It's like people are scared of guns, but imagine like 1,000 guns.
What, bears with guns?
You know what? We'll put the two together.
I mean, I don't know if a bear can hold a gun. Does it have thumbs?
No, not opposable
could-
ones, anyways.
What if they held it sort of like both hands wrapped around?
But then how would it pull the trigger?
No, like it puts its little bear finger in there. But it's like
Little
holding
bear
on.
finger, mate. Have you seen the size of a bear's finger?
Have you forgot that we've shrunken these bears down?
But then surely wouldn't the rifles have to be proportionally shrinkaged?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Did
Yeah,
we?
but then it's still the same concept, just on a smaller scale.
No.
So the finger still wouldn't.
We like make them a little bit bigger just to compromise for that finger.
Oh, I see. I'm with you now. Proportions. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Seems a lot of complications when you could just get Elon Musk to build spiders. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's doing other things, isn't he?
He's really
naming
fighting
kids
for these
after letters
spiders, Joe. You're gonna have to put him down.
Right. I've never looked at a spider and thought you will conquer the human.
I mean, I have.
Yeah, well, we live different. But like, I've seen a bear and thought, oh, Jesus.
But have you seen a
Easy.
bear in real life?
Maybe at a zoo.
Exactly, but you've never seen them in the wild. So do bears even really exist?
But
Jesus.
the spiders have
He's
a
gone
life.
for it.
He's also going for a jog. What was all that? What was all that ruffling? Yeah, but like, what's the spiders like wild?
Bathrooms.
Oh, Yeah, bathroom.
Yeah. Where are
We
people
should-
most vulnerable? In the
The
bathroom.
You don't see a bear in your toilet, do you?
What if it was
Yeah.
really tiny? They'd probably get in there.
Mate, I feel like
So
a
this week's
tiny
sponsor.
bear.
Huh? What?
I feel like a tiny bear is not going to work, my guy. I can't lie.
Have you ever seen Rat?
Have I ever seen Rat?
Yeah.
Sorry, please.
Have you ever seen Rat?
Yeah, there we go. Plural. Thank you.
I have not. I have seen rats. You're not
I
wrong.
have
Yeah.
seen them in real life.
Yeah. I rest my case.
Do you know what? I'll take that. That's a win in my book.
Do you know what? I think you win this, Joe. We'll move on to your topic, my guy, for the week. What's
Yeah.
your topic?
Yeah. Right. Well, it's a good thing you brought up Elon and stuff. Because this does actually relate to my topic. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Self-driving cars. What are they about?
Well, I've always wanted a Tesla myself. I'm a big Tesla fan. I think they do wonders for the old environment. I think they'll save your polar bears, which means you can mutate them to create guns or whatever.
As well as
yeah.
rats. Don't forget rats.
Yeah.
Or rat, if you
Or
not talking about the plural.
singular rat.
Have you seen Ratatouille? Imagine what they
Indeed.
can do to you.
But yeah,
It's an excellent
Teslas.
point, actually.
Yeah. If that rat didn't want to cook, he would have destroyed Paris. But continue.
Teslas, I think they're a pretty sick invention. I think Elon Musk is a pretty wicked geese. I mean, he does a lot with his life. He's got that new kid, ex-Ash Archangel, pretty sick geezer.
My guy, he says it with confidence and correctly. I appreciate that.
You know, you got to come correct on the Small Brain podcast. I'll have you know. But what do you think of Tesla, Ethan?
Honestly, I think the progression and what he's done is incredibly impressive. Sorry to go all big up and formal on you, but recently he's just been a bit of a mong on his Twitter, if I'm honest.
What's he been doing?
He's just been posting a bunch of things because about the coronavirus and about how it's affecting the economy and how we should have our rights to not obey these laws set in place to protect people's lives, because he feels that the economy, correct me if I'm wrong, is struggling very much, and he feels like he should be able just to do what he wants and continue.
I mean, I can't lie. I have seen the statistics in America, and because I thought someone would bring it up in this potty, so I thought I'd have a little fact check. And I think the number is 40 million unemployed people in America at the moment because of the effects of coronavirus.
And how many of those people have Teslas?
That wasn't what I was going to say, but I feel like if 40 million people are unemployed in America, surely that is going to cause more deaths because they wouldn't be able to afford food and drink than coronavirus.
I mean, I guess. But
What do we think?
True. That is a very valid point, but there's a lot of things set in place to help this, like food banks and support groups for this sort of thing. And to even further back my point, Elon Musk is still running his company with all of his employees without safe regulations, and he says he will take the fall if people come to stop him, like government officials. So at the moment he is setting his own employees at risk, obviously by their own choice. But whether it's a good idea, as even if it is their own choice, within his high up position, is it morally good choice to do that? You know?
Yeah. If I can relate this to something I know, and it's the same wrestling. Okay, there's a guy called Vince WWE, right? They're still running. They haven't stopped running shows through coronavirus, but now they've been What is that? No.
That's my bad. Sorry, I'm fiddling. I'll put it away. I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, just put it in your mouth. But like he's been running shows through coronavirus, but they haven't been having audience stuff. But now they've started having audiences. But it's weird because they've been telling people if you want to wear a mask, don't come in. So they're encouraging coronavirus, and now they have like 24 cases of coronavirus. So it just seems like people that are really rich don't care about coronavirus.
But realistically, like,
Yeah.
it's a bit. I sort of, I don't understand why they'd just say don't wear a mask, but I can sort of understand why they'd want to get crowds back as quickly as possible.
Yeah, no, I get that bit. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind that. Like, there was another company that run a show, and they were like, "You come, respect social distance and gloves and stuff." But it's like with Elon, just launched a rocket to space, and I watched them launch that rocket. Like 5 people were wearing masks, and there was like 400 people.
Yeah, that's not
It's not
particularly the
good.
best.
But self-driving cars.
True that we segued heavy.
It's good that you bring this point up about him not really caring too much about it, because I did a quick Google search, and I don't know, I just typed in self-driving cars, and the first thing, Tesla have sort of like an autopilot feature, and I was curious. I was like, I wonder if anyone's been hurt by it. And at least by November 2019, 4 people had died because of that. Right?
Well,
and my
Yep.
God, Jake.
Ethan,
You say 4 people have died by autopilot in
Yeah.
Teslas. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people have died from car accidents not related to autopilot?
Well, I looked that up because I thought you'd ask, and 0.
What, since November 2019
Since cars are invented, no one's ever died.
in a car accident?
Yeah.
I think that's wrong.
I just did my statistics. I used what was it? DuckDuckGo or whatever it is.
I think you used Craig for this one because it's a bit inaccurate. But it's just like, say, 4 people have died from using autopilot. How do we know they weren't using it completely wrong and using it down a country lane instead
This
of
is
using
my
it
point.
only on a main road? Because you're
This
only
is my
allowed
point.
to use it on the main road.
My point wasn't really that they're unsafe. But that's nice that you got. My point was, like, if there's an accident with a self-driving car, who's at fault? You know what I mean? Like, if I get hit by a self-driving car, do I sue the guy that was inside it, or do I sue Elon?
I think they'd have to look into both things, really. You'd have to look into whether the person was interacting with the car in any way, or whether it was tampered with, or whether it was just Elon being a bit of a a bit of a goon, and it just didn't work. Because you can't just blame it on the person straight away, can you?
No, don't get me wrong. But like, if the car like has some sort of malfunction, said wrong, and it plows through like a Weatherspoons, an orphanage that is visiting a Weatherspoons.
Exactly.
Like, who's like the guy's in there? He's like, well, I can't really do anything. This car doesn't have a steering wheel. So
It does
what
have a
happens
steering
then?
wheel.
No, it doesn't. Have you not seen the Google self-driving cars? It's like an egg.
I thought
you
you were
just
talking
sit
about.
down, you stare at the ceiling.
Well, I think he was just talking about him in general.
Oh,
yeah,
fair play.
you jumped on the I love Teslas. Give me a test.
Yeah, but the Google self-driving cars aren't released yet, are they?
No, but when they are, apparently, I imagine coronavirus destroyed a lot of this. But everything said that by 2020 we have like 45 of self-driving cars. No, it was meant to be a lot. It was like thousands of self-driving.
Right.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like once you get to the level where they won't need a steering wheel, that's a whole different conversation. You know what I mean?
No, it isn't. That's a self-driving car. That's my.
I know, but so is one with a steering wheel.
Yeah. What? my point is just self-driving cars in general. Like when you did a topic about aliens, I wasn't like, we're
Nah,
talking about
but
ones with green heads or
I
one with
thought-
blue heads.
But when you brought up the subject of what happens if they crash into a building,
Yeah,
and you said, but it doesn't have a steering wheel.
yeah. Specifically that time it didn't, but the guy that crashed into him, his self-driving car had a steering wheel.
But who would you blame then?
If two self-driving cars hit each other, does that cancel out?
Would you just be like, again, blame Skynet? Yeah, it's Skynet's fault,
Yeah.
mate. That's,
Yeah, what? What
yeah,
if
Arnold.
the,
Arnold just quickly hopped in my car and was like, "Bro, I'm gonna whip this bitch." Like,
you open up the bonnet, a little Terminator comes out. He's like, "I'll fix this for you, don't worry."
yeah, don't worry, mate. You know, I'm on it.
But yeah, mate. I don't know. I think self-driving cars are definitely the future, but I don't think they're ones that will do self-driving everywhere. Probably are a long way off yet.
Would you want one?
Yeah,
No.
I would. Boy.
I'd like it for the. Sorry, mate. I'm making little noises.
No. I mean, he's making a noise as in he's thinking.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking, right? I'd like it for the experience, and it's ease. But at the same time, I feel like I'd be missing out on normally driving, because it's normally
Yeah.
driving more fun because you're more in control rather than just sitting there like it's a train or something.
Yeah, I feel like it would take a lot of the fun out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like the whole fun part of driving is like throwing it around corners at like
Doing that illegal stuff that all the kids
Yeah.
these days like to enjoy.
Not saying that I
Rolling it
do
over
myself
3 times.
Oh
Yeah.
no, yeah, for legal reasons that was a joke.
for legal reasons. Don't come for me, police. I don't do that. But
Naughty bellies.
but yeah, I'd definitely say I wouldn't want it because the self-driving car would just slow it down to like 20 and go around a corner and be like, oh well, this is trainage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what would be the point of it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely.
I
Well,
mean, I'm not a fan, but there we go.
but what I'm more interested in is what Ethan, your song of the week is. Now I hope you've been informed about this.
I have been informed.
Segment.
Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm prepared.
Lovely.
Always. Now, it's not something I normally listen to, but recently I've just really picked up on him. I dabble in him a little now and again, but
Yeah.
I really, really felt it recently. I'm liking a bit of Denzel Curry.
Ooh. There you go.
Yeah. And recently, I haven't really fact checked it heavily. I'm pretty sure his new album, I can't remember what it's called. It came out recently, but I like one song on there called "Diet." If you've ever heard of it.
I
Never.
haven't.
But I like Denzel Curry.
Yeah, so it's a decent song. It starts off pretty timid, but she starts getting up there. Just like Jake, doing those maneuvers. It gets there. Again,
Yeah.
legal reasons. That was a joke.
I already hear sirens. This is bad news. But yeah, mate, I do like a bit of Denzel Curry. To be fair, he's made some good songs in his time.
Because he was
cover that song. But yeah,
was that it was like a rock band, wasn't it?
it was Bulls on Parade by
Yeah,
Rage
I
Against
like
the
that.
Machine. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
But yeah, as you
I was just, he was originally a meme, wasn't he? But like people used to take the mic, and they and Ultimate came out, and it just went into a bunch of memes and all that. And he didn't really get the rep he wanted, and then he brought out that the other album with Clout Cobain in, and people took it a lot more seriously, which was such a good song. It was
I love that song.
Like Ultimate is a really good song as well, but it's just memed the shit out of that. It's lost a decent reputation. But Clout Cobain is was such a banger at the time. That,
all-time classic.
It brought him into the spotlight, didn't it? Really, and now he's a more seriously taken rapper. I really enjoy what he makes now. It's decent.
Decent, mate. Decent. Well, Joe, what is your song of the week for this week?
Oh, boys. Right. I don't know why I got excited because no one knows the song. But last week, anyone who listened, I said that I had a free T-shirt from America coming from a musician who was just giving them away. Send us one. And it actually came. So at the start of the week, so in celebration of that, I just listened to the song that the T-shirt's for. It's actually called New Shirt by
Damn.
Mika
Topical.
Marcos. But that could, yeah, there you go, topical. But it could be not pronounced Mika. It's probably wrong. So
It's
don't
pronounced Migos.
pronounced Migos Marcos. But yeah, I like it a lot. I don't know if you guys get like on Instagram where like listen to this song and it's like a song you've never heard before. Keeps getting advertised. Yeah. I keep finding a lot of music from that I'm like, it's actually not that bad. And this was one of them ones I found it ages ago. When I looked, it had only like 100 people listening.
Mine's just constantly Nico Bellic, mate, all the time. Doesn't end.
The guy from GTA 4.
I like that. But no.
My adverts on Instagram are just all sports bros. I don't know why that is a thing, but
you know, that's a good song. I do like Sports Bros. That's my favourite song. Again, Migos.
But yeah, it's pretty good. It's a little soppy song. If anyone, as Jake would put it, got a geldem out there, they'd love it.
Any sad lads?
Yeah, any sad lads. Oh, yeah. There you go. That's my song of the week. It's it's all right. Got a free T-shirt out of it. I won't complain. But Jake, you clearly want to talk about your song of the week, so let's hear it.
My song of the week is by a rapper called Jack Harlow.
Oh,
all right.
I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Ethan. Have you ever heard of him?
Yes, I have.
Oh, yeah. Good lad. I've been a big fan of Jack Harlow for these last 2 years now, as Joe would know, because I ramble on about him at college.
Yeah, that's why I started listening. When you said for these last 2, I thought you were going to say days.
Nah, mate. But
solid fan.
But yeah, he's class. He's had songs like Sundown and all that, but he's recently had a song that's popped off.
Oh, don't bring up Sundown.
He's recently had a song that's popped off called "What's Poppin'."
Yeah. And, brand new whip just hopped him. Whoa.
Damn, he's got it. But the remix has just come out. With
James
Lil
Hunt?
Wayne, DaBaby, and bloody Tory Lanez.
That's Tory Lanez. That's juicy.
I know you're a big fan of Tory Lanez, Ethan. That's why I brought this up. And that remix is absolutely mental. I can't lie. It's got all the best ones on it. Jack Harlow's got a bar at the start where he's like, all these people are my sons, like Phoenix Suns basketball team. But it's just a banger of a tune. Lil Wayne, one of my all-time favourite rappers, because he's just a bit good. And DaBaby, class. We're a fan of DaBaby on this podcast.
Indeed.
And Tory Lanez, he doesn't sing on it. He just raps for like 30, 40 seconds straight, no breathing action. I'm like, take a breath, mate. You're gonna suffocate. He takes bare bars in this song, and it's definitely one to listen to. It's a bit of a banger. I can't lie.
Wow.
I like that. Some big names.
I think I've heard parts of. I feel like I've only heard DaBaby's part.
I wouldn't be surprised, my man. You are a big DaBaby fan.
Oh, for everyone. I originally I wanted to call this Small DaBaby podcast, but I didn't quite get my way. But,
copyright. Then you would just all have to talk about DaBaby, and
Yeah, we were just going to talk about DaBaby-based topics. Like today,
I can't lie.
Like, what do you think DaBaby thinks about self-driving cars?
Specifically, definitely his word.
That's definitely what he'd think.
Definitely wouldn't have some lawyers at your door. No.
Or just at the end of every sentence, you just have to go DaBaby, and then that's at every end of every sentence. So, what do you think of self-driving cars, Jake? The baby? Nah, but anyway.
Just chuck a ad lib in the baby every now and then. You know, just keep it fresh.
Bloody hell. But yeah, I'll definitely go and check all those songs out. But I am very intrigued to hear Ethan's main event topic on this week's
I'm so
episode.
scared.
Oh, Joe, you're gonna be upset, right? Because I've broken a little bit of your podcast rules.
Oh God.
I'm sorry. Because I was told by a little bird.
All right.
Obviously, tweet, hello mate, and that you're not allowed to discuss the topics before the show.
Absolutely not. No. One of the rules, one of the things we did when we first started this podcast. First thing we did when we started this podcast is we wrote a whole thing up of do's and do nots. Yeah, don't do that. But why would you bring that up, Eve?
I'd bring that up because I did do that. But only with Jake, so does it count?
That's alright then, isn't it? You've already discussed it with one half of the
So it's a surprise for you.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh,
You
you
love
come here, you destroy Anchor, you make us re-download Discord. We start this podcast at 8. That's fine, it'll be done in no time. 10:25.
Shout out to my late night crackheads. But anyways, you know, fuck you, you pagan. We're gonna keep going, and
That's my boy.
and because you know I'm the guest, and you respect your guests. That's what Mum has told me. All right, so I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, exactly. And
it's also that, and why do you have a knife? But
don't bring that up. All right.
Sirens.
Legal reasons. But fuck. But pretty much, me and Jake, lovely evening stroll, really warm, incredible. Walking to the shop,
Warm.
so warm. I had to let him change. He wouldn't resist. You know, I kept telling him, "You gotta get changed, mate. You're dressed in all black. The sun's beaming down on you.
He does
just get
do that,
changed."
doesn't he? He wears
I know.
all black when the sun's out. I don't understand it.
He's just trying to rob someone in broad daylight. You know, he likes those contrasting colours. You know, white shading.
To go fishing. Who does that?
I know. Madness.
But
anyways, and we're discussing, right? And what I told him, and we had a little chat, and the little topic that we brought up. No disrespect to my gay community. Love all my gay people out there.
Okay, it's
big up.
Okay.
But the topic was: is it gay for a man to be pegged by a woman with a strap on?
All right then.
And I want to put this out there. If you do, and you find it gay or you don't find it gay, that's equally fine either way.
Who is rubbing hella hard right now?
Yeah.
Rubbing like Jake. What are you doing?
Jake. He's too excited about your.
He's in the rub and tug.
I want to let everyone know that it's fine either way.
Oh yeah, no, obviously. Like I have no disrespect. It's just a general discussion. I'm not opposed to either way. If you think it's gay, that's fine as long as you don't mean that in a way that means I don't like gay people. Then you're a pagan. Fuck off out of the podcast, all right? It's not my podcast.
Yeah, Jake.
But fuck off.
What?
But if you do like it, hats off to you, mate. Mad respect for coming out. But you know,
what do we think?
I just want to preface this by apologising to parents, my girlfriend, anyone who listens to this podcast that I know.
Big up Dave.
Big up Dave.
Big up Lydia.
Big up Joe's parents that I've never met. Big up. How you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of it myself. I don't see what the interest is.
So for clearance, you haven't done it?
I have not, no. You sound surprised.
Have you ever had a finger up your arsehole?
Okay, no. I have not.
Because I know that's a big thing as well, that I've heard.
I'm sure it is for you.
Oh, I've never done that. I want to make that clear as well. Ethan, you need to do the full round. Have you ever done this?
I can't say I have, but at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, when you're eating your greens, can you knock it till you try it? You know,
I
is it,
don't know where you were going with.
you know,
When
like,
you're eating your greens,
you
do
know, like when
knock
you're
it
eating
you...
your vegetables, you know, right? Or like
Yeah.
you can't knock it till you try it, you know.
Oh, okay.
Sprouting.
Yeah, sprouting, innit? Because sprouts look pretty nasty, but they actually taste pretty decent.
I love.
Like, you know, the strap-on might look quite scary, but would it feel good? Who knows?
So you thought of this when you and Jake went for a stroll together in the
Yeah,
sun,
mate.
Yeah, mate.
and this was after he got changed in front of
Yeah, mate.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What was there a
So
problem, Joe?
no,
No problem with
that's
that,
cool.
mate.
That's cool. Nah, like me and you, Jake, we walk around sometimes, in the sun and stuff. But like, I usually go to what do you about tiny polar bears? You know what I mean? But I guess it's horses for courses. We think of different things when we were together.
And I do drive a Corsa, so it sort of works out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there you go.
But,
Yeah, I'm not a fan of. Wait, would that make a person?
you cut out there, Joe.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, that's good then. That's probably for the best.
Any more input or?
I said, would that make a person gay?
Would it?
Would
Yeah.
it? That's the thing, because like that's kind of, although it kind of wasn't a segue, but it kind of isn't. You know, if you enjoy it, do you only enjoy it because it's a woman doing it, or are you enjoying the actual
Yeah.
plastic shaped piece of penis going in your ass, like, which is like, you know, did you enjoy the penis or did you enjoy the doing it? Like, because
I'd assume you'd enjoy the woman doing it. If
but then
that is
some
what you're
people,
into.
yeah, but then some people might like just like the bit, like the strap on, but not the woman. Like the woman is kind of just an accessory. So then that, I
Whoa.
guess, it kind
In
of
that
goes.
instance,
I guess it kind of goes down to preference, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
because
You like your, but do you just assault?
I mean, yeah. But I'd
I think
I'd-
he's just done you dirty there because you cut out and he just
I know I
said,
did.
yeah.
I know I did. He's just really excited to talk about this topic. It's not the first time he's brought it up.
oh yeah, of course, mini polar bears. But I don't know. I guess if you enjoy the girl doing it, it's not gay. If you're a straight male, but if it's the actual strap on itself, then it probably would swing that way. That if that's what you're enjoying,
Yeah, because you're only enjoying the sensation of that.
And again, to be clear, isn't a problem.
isn't a problem.
No, we everyone knows the Small Brain podcast. We accept all.
We do.
Exactly. Yeah. Big up the community.
Big up the Small
Yeah.
Brain podcast. Big up the gay community. Big up everything.
Yeah,
Mm.
But
straight too. Just so they know they're not in the dark.
Yeah. Straight
yeah.
game.
But yeah, it's an interesting topic. I mean, it does raise a lot of questions. That I think, but then it does also raise the question: if you are a straight male, and your girlfriend at the time says, "Can we do this?" How far would you go? You know what I mean?
I'll just say, like, is there anything good on Netflix?
I mean,
I mean, like, because I guess if you were like, you could pop on a bit of Netflix and just be like letting her give it, and she's
Oh.
enjoying giving it, and then
No,
like,
I was like, change the subject. I didn't mean.
nah, mate. You know what? That's boring.
Well, that is a bit boring. I feel.
That is a
I
bit
mean, I
boring.
wouldn't. I'm not sure if I'd go
Oh,
as far as to get pegged, but to put to her to say, "Oh, why don't we try something different?" and for you to say, "Nah, let's put on Netflix. Like
Yeah.
retirement home is coming." You know what I mean? Like what's going on,
yeah,
mate?
but who's in the steady relationship?
I mean,
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
I
You're
think
not
that's a
wrong.
point. I think that's also
You know
a
what I
very,
mean?
very good point. I don't think I'd just I don't think I'd just pick up any girl off of Tinder and just be like, and if she said to me, "Would you want to do this?" I'll be like, "Yeah." No, I'd have to be with someone I really liked and I really trusted
Yeah.
to then consider it.
I mean, I'd not consider that personally,
No, I'd go to other meetings.
but I mean, what? My point was, how far would you go? You know what I mean? Because like
Oh
that's
yeah, because that could do damage.
that could do better damage.
You mean your rectum might not be the same?
I mean, you try and go for a shit, it's all ending bad. You know what I mean?
Or it helps.
Well, that's a shout, Joe. To be fair,
You know, like one
Clear
of
some
them
blockage.
bags that you have the cords on and you pull the cords.
yeah,
Right.
Imagine that you now
that
put
was
like
your
a
bowels.
pole, opens it up, the pencil case falls out. You know.
I mean, pencil cases are it's a good way of going about it. I can respect the visionary.
Yeah.
I mean, that will solve your problems. If your girlfriend's coming up to you and asking you, "Can I peg you?" and you don't want to do it,
Mm.
get a pencil case out and you'll be fine. Because
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Be like, you got any rubbers or anything?
damn, that will
No,
rub.
wait, not
So
like that.
get your rubbers out. You know what I mean?
Are you
Honestly,
gonna-
when you said rubbers, I thought put a condom on a strap on. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
Joe, mate,
realised that the minute I
Joe,
said
mate,
it.
Joe, mate, there's nothing coming out of that, mate. I'm just gonna make that
No, but it's still health and safety, isn't it? You
true.
shouldn't just be.
Don't know
if
where
you
it's been.
if you found a pencil on the side, you're not just put it in.
That's
I
a-
mean,
Who knows? Especially in coronavirus.
yeah, I guess, but like you'd self isolate 14 days before, wouldn't you?
You're gonna keep the pencil with you for 14 days.
Why
How
not?
desperate are you?
Why not? Hey, you know, friends.
You gotta have
For-
something to keep you not lonely in quarantine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
I've
it's
just gone given some apple pies. Thank you.
oh, big up Dave
Oh,
or Dawn.
where's my apple pies?
Nah, it's one for me, one for Craig.
Oh, I
Big-
see. I
Big
see.
up Craig.
My man Craig, he's making moves.
But I like your topic, Ethan. I think it was it got a discussion out of us for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah, it's a
appreciate
unique
that.
one.
Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
Ollie. Yeah.
Thought I'd push the boat out a little bit.
I
Oh,
like it.
push it wherever you need.
I like it, boys. I like it. But I think that will nicely end our or nip this
Podcast
podcast in the butt. Pardon the pun.
Out.
Pardon the pun. Yeah, that was a. Woo!
But
Have you
I
been
like-
thinking of that ever since he made it to you?
He's been waiting
Really
for
like-
that one. He really
I
has.
That's how
actually
I'm
hasn't
gonna
haven't.
end it.
I haven't. I swear down. That just came into
Swear
my head.
down.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Ethan for coming on the Small Brain podcast this week. I think it's been bloody brilliant. I can't lie, to have another person on here to get some different viewpoints and that. I think it's been brilliant. We'll have to do it more often to get another.
Yeah.
More
Hopefully
guests
we
on.
can find an easier way of getting guests on. This seems to work. Hopefully also moderately okay. But yeah, thanks for being on. Honorary first guest of the guest.
It's no problem. No problem, boy. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me. I know it was a bit of a hassle getting me in here, but you know.
Oh God, don't ever that.
don't ever bring it up again.
But-
yeah, no, but you know, good things come with hard work. So you know,
I'm glad we
That's
got
our-
that topic. Really groundbreaking stuff.
But yeah, I think maybe in the future we'll hopefully be able to do this the podcast in person, so we'll be able to record it probably easier because then we could all be in the same room sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I hope.
I've been emailing Boris about it. He's contemplating it.
I mean, he listens to the podcast. We all know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to also say what we said at the start. We are on many different streaming services now. We're on Apple, Spotify.
No, we're not on
Anchor.
Apple.
We are on Apple Podcasts.
We're not on Apple Podcast.
We are.
We're literally not, though.
We are because I found it. But
We're on Apple Podcasts, boys.
we're on Apple Podcasts. And
Where
we're
else
on,
are we on?
Breaker, Anchor,
Yep.
Spotify.
Yes.
There's one called I think it's called like Poddy something. I'll have to.
I think you mean Pocket Cast.
That's the one. That's the one.
Radio Public.
Damn.
Google Podcast.
Check the
I've
link
written
in the
down.
description. You know what I mean?
They're all in the links in the descriptions. Everyone's Instagram in the descriptions. Ethan's Instagram in the description.
Ethan's Instagram is in the description.
There you go, Ethan.
Love that.
Bigger.
Quick
Hit him
plug.
up. Hit him up if you want to talk about strap-ons. He's all yours. But
I'm always around.
But yeah, I'd like to thank everyone for listening this week. Any final thoughts, boys?
Stay safe. Stay safe in these dark times, children. It's gonna get rough.
Just everyone, right now, to be with your loved ones. I cut out there. I realise I cut out there, but
I'm glad he's
point's
self-aware.
Yeah, I see the little green icon, but I meant to say, cuddle up with a loved one. What do you keep cutting out? What does it keep cutting out? Anyway,
it's baiting you, mate.
Someone else say it.
Cuddle up with your loved ones and
listen to the Small Brain Podcast.
Indeed.
As well as making sure that you don't cut out in real life.
Yeah. Make sure of that. You know what I mean?
Don't let people cut you out.
Oh damn, mate! That was smooth, and I like it. But as we always say, to end the Small Brain Podcast, good morning, good day, and good evening, and thank you for listening. Good night.